EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
It's a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
2 yards.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
19,
Now Glennon. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Glennon. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Marshall. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons, nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now he's free at the 35. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
A first down carry for Foster. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're going to look to throw. And Thomas has it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They run up the middle with Foster. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
These two teams all tied after one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
A nice little juke. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
He gets this out to Foster on the right side. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Ready up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Second and 9. He'll look to throw. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now he's loose at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Fires this quickly to Tate. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Steelers.
Here we go.
Up the middle they go. It's Tate. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Sack.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Boy, shifts past him. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 6. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
$60 cash, $60, Cowboy 80.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 on a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Roll. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
14. Steelers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
That one complete to Ligon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Campbell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. Well, following the play now, they're going to... Stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Campbell. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Campbell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Xavier Legette, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Ready?
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Come on, come on.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now back to throw.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
19-18.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
Up the middle they go. Tanner. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Campbell finds White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Here's first down.
Ready. 77 Wolf.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tanner. And he stopped immediately there.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Down. Ready.
Back to throw. Campbell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Campbell. It's caught. This is Wright. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
Come on. Hey, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now remember now, no overtime here in the preseason, so in a tie game, this ought to be a fight to the finish. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Campbell throwing the out route incomplete. That's Saunders. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Off-play action. Campbell. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Campbell now. Off the play fake. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Back to throw again. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue, but I think you and I both agree. We like the decision to not play overtime in preseason and just call it a draw.
Partner, I want to meet the person who disagrees with this decision, and I just wonder what took so long for the league to arrive at this conclusion. They put the rule in for the 2021 season, and it should have been in a long time ago. Yeah, some rookies might miss some plays, but all in all, no one's paying attention when we get to the end of a preseason game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.